Hello. Elephant puppet, hello. What's up, John? What's up, Slime? What's up, Hedgie? Thanks, Hedgie. Been very happy with that fox, I must say. Hello, everyone. We're gonna be grinding some fallow deer today. Guys, look at this new screen, by the way, for the starting soon. I finally fixed it. I don't know if some of you guys noticed, but it had a weird little editing mistake in it. And I just never bothered fixing it, but now I did a whole rework. But we can finally keep grinding. I think all the statistics are up to date. I think so. Hold on, I'm gonna open YouTube on my phone so I can read chat. I'm doing great, Elephant. I'm doing really good. Hopefully we can get a great one today. Would be nice. We're getting quite deep into this grind, I must say. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna put on my long sleeve shirt on. Hold on. All right. Whew. No, I actually don't have two monitors, John. I would love to have a second one, just so I can do certain things a bit easier. Would be nice. I don't know. It's just never really, I guess you can get one really cheap is the thing. I don't know why I've just never really thought about it. Let's see. Yeah, the time is quite off. What do we have here? Can we at least have 3 respawns? Oh, that's nice. Done. Good stuff. Finally got my great one moose a few hours ago. Congrats, Slime. That's so awesome to hear. That is really nice. I do want to get a great one moose at some point myself, but at the moment I just kind of want to do these, I guess, easier grinds, where I can just easily grind like a lot per day without really thinking much, right? The fox grind was so rough that, like, I just want something easy where I can just turn my brain off for a few hours and just shoot some freaking deer. A pretty decent 4. And those are just 3s, okay. Dead. Dead. Easy. Nice. Dude, when this grind like spawns everything, man, I get so many kills per run. I mean, I've already killed 7 fallow and I literally just started. Good stuff, man. I'm currently at 3,862 total, if that's what you mean. But I've killed 7 this run already, and I just started the run. Don't know which one you meant, but The great one has to spawn soon with that many kills. I mean, yeah, I would think so. It's kind of crazy that so many of my grinds end up being so long, right? $2 million. True, Hayden. True. 2 million kills. Also, hello. Hopefully I get a great one soon, yeah. I mean, it would be nice to, get one again. I talked about this briefly yesterday, but like, even though I got a great one a few days ago, or a couple days ago, I don't even remember anymore. I was doing this grind before I even started that, and I'm this deep into the grind, like... This went on for quite a while. What's your favorite great one? Fallow combo? Ooh. What I would say at the moment is definitely the big rack painted, probably. That looks really nice. Well, I already said that, John, apparently. That was a pretty good timing. I thought that it was a diamond for a second, but nah. But yeah, I painted Big Rack. Big Rack Paint is my only great one, Fallow. Oh, really? Oh, man. I mean, to be honest, like, I don't really care what I get currently, as long as it has something new, right? At least something new. So either a big rack, or an Irish elk, or a golden, hooded, or painted. Those are the potential racks and furs I don't have. Would be cool. Painted Irish elk, yeah, I would like that too. I don't really like the painted though. I mean, I felt the same way when they came out, the Fallow Great one. But I don't know, it has started growing on me a lot as of recent. Don't think there's any more than one male. Just gonna take him out. Man, I so badly wanna try to get one more bear great one before I put that on hold for like a long time. Because I don't know, it kind of started to bother me recently that I got two great ones for the bears and they were both the exact same. So, I don't know. It kind of bothers me, you know. Would be nice to get like a third and just hope to God it's not a glacier too. Mocha has been my favorite since the Great One Fallow came out. Personally, the Mocha is probably my least favorite of them all. That doesn't mean it's bad though. I like all the Fallow Great One combos and all that stuff. They did a very, very, very good job with the Fallow. Alright. Come on, great one, spawn. I know, right? It would be amazing to get a great one early into the stream for once. That would be really good. I could do I could start like a different grind immediately, but yeah. Not very likely to happen, unfortunately, but well, not impossible with this amount of kills, that's for sure. By the way, I'm actually pretty close to finishing a new, like, big video, by the way. It's gonna be a beaver video. I just need to record like one last little thing for it and just edit it and then it's done. So that's gonna be cool. Can't wait. Good to hear. Glad to hear people are interested still. Alright, let's check the last zone of the run. You know, this area right here is like my lucky area, cause like my first ever great one spawned here, and then my second ever great one spawned here. So they were like right next to each other basically. So yeah, I mean I do know why, because like statistically speaking it is this area is the most likely area to get the great one to spawn, because this is where I shoot a lot of my deer per run. Because, well, as you can see, there's a lot of males here. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay, yeah, I got 6 deer from this, so... The reaction to the first great one was amazing. Yeah, that one was a very interesting day. Because, like, until that day, the great one was almost like a concept to me. Because I didn't really even... I hadn't seen a single one actually in my game until that point. So, after 2.5 years of grinding, I kinda lost my mind when I finally saw that great one on my screen, as you can probably imagine. Like, how long was it since I got the great one? I believe it's been like around half a year, maybe a bit more. So to think I went from grinding for 2.5 years and finally got my great one. Fast forward to today, after only about 6 months, maybe a bit more of grinding, I'm at 6 great ones. Isn't that kinda crazy? How like... I just don't know, it feels so weird. I was finally able to break that curse. That one beautiful day. Yeah, Slime, that is true. I don't know, like... I don't know why, but like, just nothing came out from my mouth when I got the red fox. Like, I don't know why. In my mind, I was about to imagine that, like, getting the fox would have been my loudest reaction so far. Not the most emotional reaction by any means, like the first one was, but just the loudest. But it turns out it was the quietest reaction I've ever had in my entire life to a great one. Because it was legitimately non-existent. And I do have a theory why that is, though. I think it had to do with the fact that I was talking to myself at that time, complaining, right? So I spotted it at the same time as I was like mid-sentence complaining to myself. So I just kind of froze, right? Plus, it was actually pretty early into the morning. So maybe I just didn't have the energy yet. Or something. I don't know, there's multiple potential reasons, but... Just understand that, getting that red fox is some of the happiest I've ever been while playing this game. Maybe only topped by the first great one. That's like my second, that's the second happiest I've ever been while playing this game when I got that great one. It was that bad. Fuck. Okay, he'll die. Boom. Boom. Okay. I got all 4. One of them's floating though, so I'm gonna do this trick. No problem, slime. You'll hear if I get something cool. Especially if I get a great one. It'll be pretty obvious. Would be nice to get a third great one on stream, because both of my bears were spawned on stream. But that's it. One was right there. Well, gotta come back to it. By the way, I just realized I have not done any fox runs today. So I might have to do that on stream at some point when I like have done a few runs of Fallow. Then I can just quickly take like a red fox break. Just try to get that a couple runs down so I'm not slacking on that. Yeah, I've been slowly but steadily getting these great ones down finally. I mean, it's about damn fucking time, right? Did I count my kills? No, I did not. So that's 4. I had 3 when he had 1 and now he's past me, yeah. I do remember you had a few more than I did at one point and then I just kinda went insane and now I have 6. One of them's a freaking tar and one of them is a fucking red fox. That's the most crazy part to me. How do I have a tar and red fox great one? Those are like the 2 horsemen of hell. Right? Those are the 2 toughest great ones in the entire game. They are brutal. And I have them. I have them. Weirdly enough, like my tar grind is really efficient. Which is the crazy part to me. I actually got it to work somehow. Well, not to brag, Edgy, but I might be the best player in the game. I mean, you know. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm glad you think that way. I think that's pretty cool to hear. That's a good question, Hayden. What great ones do you have, John? In fact, what great ones do you guys have in general? I have 2 fallow, 2 bears, a tar, and a red fox. Those are my 6. If you guys want to go into specifics, you can also say what combos and everything. If they have that. Hedgie has 6 fallow, 4 bears, and 2 red deer. Nice. So that's 12. Man, I really need to finish that red deer grind at some point, but I don't know. Current plan is main grind fallow, until I get a great one, at least one. Side project, Red Fox, every now and then just a tiny bit until I get bored for that session. I think that's the way to go with it. And after that, I don't know. Basically means after the Fallow, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Half of your Fallow are hooded spoons. That's crazy. Low-key, like it feels like shit when you get a duplicate. Like, I would be so mad if I got a duplicate Red Fox, because I don't know if I would ever get a third one. Like, the second fox I get might be the last fox I get, you know. I seriously don't know if I'm ever gonna go for a third one. Alright, I think all my kills are counted. You're doing mule deer at the moment. Nice. You have 7 great 1 whitetail, so oh, you've been going crazy with the whitetail, I see. Hayden. That's nice. I mean, that's already, that's 2 multi-mounts, right? 2 huddle whitetails, that's pretty cool. I'm doing mule deer and fallow at the moment. I have 900 mule deer kills and I'm at 658 fallow kills. Nice. Hopefully both of them show up soon. I have heard, well, not only heard, I've seen people get the mule deer super quick, so there's a decent chance you might get a short grind with that. Fuck. You have to fix your grind. Yeah, like, my mule deer grind currently as it stands, I mean, I haven't really done much with it. I just kind of set it up on a whim, like, quickly. Grinded like 200 kills and didn't do it anymore. So my setup's like terrible. It sucks ass. But at some point I will do that. I just wish the great one was better, so I got some more motivation to keep going with that. Yeah, my friend got a great one mule deer in 120 kills and he got it before even spawning a diamond or a rare. I was kinda pissed. Yeah, like, those mule deer be poppin'. They are kinda crazy. Kinda crazy, aren't they? There he is. I want my whole lots to be filled with whitetails, I'm obsessed. Yeah, like, some people really do love their whitetail, huh? I personally just, I don't really care that much for the whitetail. I think they're good. They're okay. But I would personally not see myself going for more than like 3 ever. Because that's a huddle whitetail. Right. Hello, Zach Grew Lover. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but how you doing? Glad to see you here. Mallard moment. That is 5 from what I can see. Have you ever had a short grind Yes, I have. But I have only had one. And that's 239 bear kills. That one was my second great one I got on stream. Hopefully I can get a second short grind at some point, but this surely is not that. It's in fact one of my longest grinds again. But nothing will hopefully ever top the red deer grind. Eesh. Because like, so my red deer's at almost 12,000 kills with no great one. I would say it is so unlikely that you'll... Okay, think about it this way, right? It is unlikely that anyone is... If you're playing the game and grinding, it is unlikely that you're ever gonna grind that's 12,000 kills. Yet I have got that grind, right? But to get 2 grinds that are both like over 10,000 kills is like absurd. Like that will almost never happen. So at least that's a good thing. That like it is incredibly unlikely that I ever get a second grind that's that long. Like I don't think about it this way too, like Scarecrow has been grinding for years and years and years and he's never had a grind to my knowledge over 10,000. I believe his longest grind ever was the bear grind at a bit over 8,000. Was it 8,300? I think so. But just think about it. He has 110 plus something like that great ones. And he has never had even a 9,000 kill grind. Yet I have a 12,000 kill grind. In fact, it was my first grind ever. That still is not done. So honestly, who knows how much longer that can go, right? Because it's still not done. That could keep going for many more 1,000 kills if I'm unlucky, right? Good to hear, Zach Crew Lover. I'm doing very good also. Glad you asked. Yeah, I really hope they make some changes to the whitetail at some point and add a couple furs or something. I think that would be just great. It would certainly help me to have more drive towards grinding for a whitetail great one. Four of my whitetails was under 600 kills and one spawned in 20 kills. Dude, that is insane. What you said you had, 7 whitetails. Those are your only great ones, so 4 of which was under 600. 1 was under 20. Or 20 exactly, I don't know. I'm assuming just 20 on the dot. But that is crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. No problem, John. See you around. Glad you stopped by. Watch me get a great one the second John leaves. Fuck, I immediately knew I hit the doe when I shot. My bears were all short besides the first one. That one was 5,600 and the other 3 were all under 1,000. Interesting. My first bear was 3,354, I believe. Second, 239, and now my, what is it, third grind is at around 900, I believe. Technically, it could still be a sub 1,000. Man, I just want another sub 1k grind, man. My only sub 1k is still that 239 kill bear grind. And that is by far a sub 1000 grind. The first star was actually kinda close to being a sub 1k. It was kinda close. Because that one ended at 1022 kills. So, yeah, it could have been a sub 1k, but still barely. But, you know. Isn't it crazy? My shortest grind, 239 kills. Second shortest grind, 1022 kills. Third shortest grind, 1883 kills. That could make diamond, but I don't think so. That's the rank that can very rarely make diamond. So, might as well shoot it with this one. Just in case it does make it. I actually have not had a level 4 diamond in a very long time. I can't get over that red fox you got. I know, man. It is still crazy to me. I'm so glad I got it. Like, you guys don't understand how painful that was. I kid you fucking not. That is the closest I've ever been to just like losing my mind and crashing the fuck out because of this game. Like, I was a different person when I was grinding. Like, I didn't want to do content, I just wanted to grind. I have to get the fox, I must grind. If I do anything else except grind red fox for 10 hours in a day, I will lose my mind. And thankfully it actually ended at some point, so I would not completely lose it. That was certainly something. I'm telling you that. These are gonna be... Well, I'm gonna say this soon. It makes more sense. This deer here is kill number 3900. Boom. Great. Sub 4k, still possible, yay! That's a male. Dead. All of my fallow, but 2 were under 700 kills. Damn, that's kind of crazy. Are pheasant grinds hard? I'm not the right person to really ask that because, like, personally, I've just had terrible luck with the pheasant grinding. I just can't get it to work. For some reason, I just can't get it to work. I don't know if I'm the only one, but it just feels like no matter what map, how I grind, what my setup is, how many zones, how many roosters I kill per run, it just doesn't work. Like, they just don't respawn. They are never at their zones. Like, it is terrible. But then some people have, like, the most efficient grinds I've ever seen with the pheasants, and it's just like, how? How are you doing that? What am I doing wrong, you know? It's like, I just don't know what it is with the pheasant. Like, ugh. One of these days I'll be able to set up a grind for them. But yeah, in general, people do have like relatively, what is it? A relatively good experience with the pheasant. One thing is that I've seen a lot of people say that the rare pheasants are like actually not that easy to get. I I've heard that someone went 11,000 kills with the pheasant and did not get a single rare that entire grind. I don't know how many great ones he had, but like, at least in terms of rares, 0 in 11,000 kills. Like, pheasant rares are pretty tough to get. Like, they might honestly just be like rarer than great one pheasant at that point, right? The other two were 1,600 and 3,700. Nice. Yeah, that's those two are pretty similar to what I've got with the first two. I mean, first one 3,619 and second one 1,883. So those two are pretty similar. But yeah, I did not get very lucky with the third. This is now my longest fallow grind. Somehow. We have one over here. Do you herd manage? I don't. Not with this grind. My only species I actually have some kind of a herd management going for is red deer. Nothing else I've ever herd managed. Never. I just don't find the process of herd managing, like the process of trying to get your zones managed, very fun. I just find it boring. I just like to hop on, set up my grind and start grinding like a madman and get an efficient setup going. I do want to try another herd management grind though at some point. Just don't know with what species. Nothing here. What about this zone? There's 3. Was there a 4th one? Nope. I think I hit him. Nah, I did not. No, I did. Okay, that's enough. I do have a great one of fox, right? A cherry blossom. I got that, what, 2 days ago? I believe? Yeah, 2 days ago. No problem, Edgy. How did you do that? I used a method called Fox Island on Salswism Park. God, I can't really see very well, can I? Okay, well the fog is... Okay, it's kind of going away. Convenient. So, this one, this one, this one. That's 3, 4. 5. 5. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think all the furs are very good for fox, but still the cherry blossom is my least favorite, probably. But I like them all, which is good. But it's still crazy that I had to just get the 1 out of 9 chance to get my least favorite fur, though. But then again, I do like all of them, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, there's the 4th one. I have a great one. Fox grind the island method. Got any tips? I mean, what do you wanna hear? I mean, I can give tips as much as you want. Or anything you want. I mean, I learned a lot about how the grind works. I would say I probably know more than the average person. like quite a lot. So I had to do a lot of research on how the grind works. And that one was pretty brutal. Also, I think I missed some kills here because I just realized I think I only claimed 2. No, I only claimed 1. I don't know why I didn't just go here. Like today I wasn't getting consistent respawns at all. Okay, yeah, so the foxes are like, they are super weird when it comes to respawns. But now this is like a very inconsistent grind to begin with, the fox grind I mean, so that is gonna happen at some point. And basically, what people do is first thing you should try is just go to a random exterior zone, shoot 1 fox out of a pair, and see if that helps. I did that myself. They started spawning again super nicely, but it stopped working for some reason super fast. I did it again, worked like a charm, then it stopped working again. So there's a weird thing where if you go to an exterior zone and you shoot a random fox, they just start spawning again. But it will not potentially work for the entire time. Like, it will stop working again. But the thing is, like, some people have had success with that to the point where they just started getting their respawns back and it just worked forever, basically, right? But that's like the first thing I would try and see if it works, and then go from there. And also, like, shoot the foxes. Every time it stops working, what I did, I shot the foxes from different zones and areas to see if like a certain area like worked better than some other ones. So I had a random zone where I killed like a couple pairs and my respawns were insane. And it worked for a lot longer than some of the other zones did. Right? So it's very trial and error type of grind. And that's also what makes it really annoying, because you never know what's gonna happen. One day it works, the other day it doesn't. Then it works again, and then it just doesn't again. And it is really frustrating. That is one of the many reasons why foxes are extremely painful. Dead. One thing I just like, I really wish one thing that was different with the Red Fox Great One is that every single Great One was more fluffy. Because I happened to get the Great One Red Fox fur that just was not as fluffy as they can be, and that's just what pissed me off the most, is why did I have to get the least fluffy version? It's like, the Cherry Blossom can be very fluffy too, but I just happened to get the quote-unquote skinny fox, I guess. The same way like the normal foxes vary in how much fur they have and how fluffy they are, the great ones do too. So that's like my biggest complaint that I have with them. Because if you happen to get the least fluffy great one, fox, it kind of looks in size very, very similar to a normal fox, I guess. Nothing here. Do you have a guide for the red fox? Currently I don't have. But I might make one at some point. I think that could be pretty helpful because I do know stuff about the foxes that I think is gonna be potentially quite helpful for a lot of people. But I don't know if I know enough yet to where I'm comfortable making like an actual guide. But we'll see at some point. But I'll definitely be thinking about it. Also, I need to reset the time like real bad. Yeah, it's 13:12. Shit. Yeah, it's fine, Slime. Have fun. Glad you stopped by. I think the cherry blossom is always not fluffy. I mean, that's what I thought myself. But I think I saw a picture in the Hunter Discord at one point. Like, I don't know where it was or what the context was, but I have seen a picture of that great one. And it actually was a lot fluffier than what I have seen. So apparently they can be quite fluffy too. But it might just be that, I don't know, is it more rare or something? For some reason that the cherry blossom's fluffy. I think that could be the case. Which is weird, but I mean, from what I've seen, I have not seen a lot of fluffy cherry blossoms. How long have I been streaming? 47 minutes. Crazy. Was there only one mail here? I'm gonna have to come back here a second time. Go into the main menu and see if that helps. I usually don't have these little mails here. I mean, there's like... This sounds weird because, well, there's one of them immediately. It's like this zone has like 2 zones, basically, on top of each other, so it looks weird. But I think those were all of them. They just had only one respawn in each zone. Weird. I think I counted them all. Okay. We're good. After this run, I'll probably do a couple fox runs so I can get my daily obligations with those done. Because I still have not done any runs with them. I don't think. Have I? I'm not sure. But yeah, to anyone who doesn't know, I'm gonna be doing the second fox grind very differently. It will not be my main grind ever again, because I don't want to go through that same shit I went with the first one. So I'll just do a few runs, or however many I feel like doing a day, every now and then. And get the great one of these days. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but yeah. It'll be a side project, I guess. For as long as I get the second great one fox to spawn. Which might take a while. Hopefully not. There's 2 males here. Didn't see any others, so... Boom. Yep. That's it. think we can already see them all, for sure. Yeah, nothing interesting, it seems. There's a lot of them here, I believe 7. So if we're lucky, we might be able to get all of them. But, I don't know. Seems to be 7 of them. Well, it might be a bit difficult to take all of them down, but... let's see how we can do. I believe that's 4. 4 down, yup. What the heck? 5. 6. 7. Boom! 7 fallow. Crazy. It's 1, 2, 3. The rest of the shots were not amazing as far as I remember, so this might take a while. Doesn't really matter though, they do die pretty quick. Because I shoot them with the 3 hundo. So that's pretty good, at least. I'm just gonna remember that I've already claimed 3 and I need 4 more over here. So, well, one of them is already over here, to the left. Boom. That is the 5th one. 6. And then there's 1 more left to claim. Now where that last one is, I don't know. There's the blood over here. Very low bleed rate. Well, in that case, this might take a minute. But 7 fallow in one zone is pretty good. Pretty good. Almost there. There it is. Then I believe I had 2 more on that other zone I did not claim yet, I think. So, let's go have a look. Yup. There they are. Boom. And boom. Now, I think doing those last fox runs might be the play. I think. I do need to make some progress on it at least every day. Just a bit. So I don't start slacking. Let me check. Have I done any today? I have not. So yeah, this is pretty good to do. Would it be crazy that I get the great one at like 200 kills or some crazy shit like that? Just happens to spawn really quick. That would probably be the greatest thing of all time. Jesus. Ugh. Alright, let's see. What do we have here? Potentially nothing. Yeah, nothing. Awesome. Fox moment, fox moment. Classic. Let's see. Nope. This is just the great one Red Fox grind experience. There's just nothing anywhere. And then there's suddenly like 4 pairs in one zone, and it's just impossible to get them all down without going to the main menu and resetting the time and doing it in like 3 different chunks. It is what it is. No can do, unfortunately. This might be the weird run where I just don't get any respawns. Because that's also one random thing that happens with foxes, you just don't have a single respawn. The most I've ever went, by far, without getting a single respawn was 3 runs in a row. Why does that happen? I don't know. Absolutely no clue why that even could happen. Because that one like did not happen when I was about to get the great one. That did not happen that same day. So it can't be because of that. Doesn't seem very logical. But yeah. I thought it was a fox for some reason, but of course not. Why would they be there? Yeah, this is definitely a run with no foxes. I don't even... Well, I mean, I kind of have to check these areas just in case for some reason they've all clumped up together or something. Yeah. That's a Red Fox classic, boys. That's a Red Fox classic. Hello, GWT Gaming. How you doing today? Glad to see you here. Well, thanks to John for sending you here. Hope you enjoy your stay. I do have great ones. I have one fabled silver Sorek fallow deer. A second fallow, and it's a spoon rack mocha. 2 glacier, 2 great one bears. I'm missing something. Because I have 6. No, I'm not. I'm stupid. Then I have a great one tar. A fabled gray 50/50 horn, which is really freaking rare. And just a couple days ago, I got a great one red fox. Cherry blossom. I'm pretty sure I found all of my drink zones for the fox, yes. This is also the reason why red fox grinding is just really bad for streaming, because there's just nothing happening. There's just nothing happening at all. Just straight up at all. It's just a lot of like random waiting, and it's just like... You know, like... Come on. Most fun fox grind. Well, I'm glad to hear, Hayden. Freaking gat wall. What you doing? Today, a little spoiler for my next coming video, but like, there's a part where I'm just joining random multiplayer sessions, right? And I just join a random session. Everything's cool. It's an ASCII rich multiplayer. And I was about to go hunt some beavers. Before I could even fucking go to the location where the beavers are, I get attacked by wolves. crazy, right? The first wolf I see of that 4-wolf group, all males by the way, which is interesting. One of them, the first one I see is an albino, and I'm like, isn't it pretty interesting that this is the first thing I see? Turns out that albino was with 3 different wolves that were also diamonds. So 1 albino and 3 diamonds in one group. So yeah, I think you all know what that means. That was a hacked server. And the weird thing is, some people keep seeing those hacked servers, but I have seen only 2 ever. How's that possible, right? That was my 2nd hacked server I've ever seen. And a really bad one. I should have just kept, you know, looking around to see if there's like a great one or something, because that would have been really hilarious. But yeah, man, it really sucks when you find those servers, because like there's a lot of people who just don't know. You know, sure, I know easily because I've been playing the game for so long, but like someone who's new to the game might have no idea. I like to sometimes just go to random people's lodges that are, you know, the multiplayer. And one of the lodges I joined actually was a very good case of this. Because that guy clearly did not have a lot of hours in the game. He had like random golds in the lodge and just not a lot of stuff. But just randomly has a great one whitetail and a super rare beaver. 11 minutes apart. You know, like, that guy has no idea those 2 are not legitimate. It's pretty unfortunate. Alright, let's go do another one and see if anything has respawned. Yeah, cheaters suck, man. Like, if you're just a random guy who just wants to get some great ones and super rares, yada yada yada, whatever. Like, sure, but like fucking, why bring it to multiplayer? Right? You're just ruining everyone's experience with that. And also, like, if you're cheating, just don't try to pass your trophies as legitimate. Like, it's obviously really stupid and scummy. But like, if you're just playing the game, you're not interacting, for example, with the community at all, just shooting great ones, not bringing it to multiplayer. I mean, who am I to say how you play the game? I mean, I wouldn't enjoy it that way. But, you know, at that point, it doesn't harm anyone. It doesn't matter, right? But the problems are... Actually, I'm not gonna use the ITV. This is the best way to grind. Anyway, as I was saying, that doesn't harm anyone if you don't bring it to multiplayer or try to pass your trophies as legitimate when they clearly are not. But if you're just doing it on your own, who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck? I wouldn't even know. It's legitimately like none of my business at that point. It does not matter if that's what you wanna do. I still would not recommend it, obviously. Why would I? But if you must, sure, why not? I can't stop you, right? That's kind of like been always my take on cheating in this game, or modding, or whatever. It's pretty similar to what Scarecrow thinks too, and yeah, we think very similarly in that regard. And I think that's just the correct way to think about it anyway, right? Personally, like, I could not have fun with this game if I was cheating. But that doesn't mean someone else will also not have fun. They could be having fun, right? It's a weird topic, though. But hey, we do have some foxes here, though, finally. As you can see, I've shot a couple pairs now. There's another one there. Where did this fox go? Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. This is the last fox run I'm doing for sure, though. I will probably do one more fallow run or something, I think. That could be cool. It's another one down. Yeah, the consoles do not have as many cheaters for sure. Like it is incredibly rare to have cheaters. I do shoot female foxes, yeah, because when you have a pair with a male and a female, you have to shoot the female or the male will never respawn. That's the weird thing. If you shoot only the male from a pair, that male just literally does not exist anymore. It will never spawn. Never. But the second you shoot that female, it will spawn with that male at the same time, like normal, like nothing ever happened. It's very weird, but it's always been that way with the foxes. I mean, there's probably other species too where it works in a similar way. Not that I know of, but there probably is. Glad to see you back, Edgy. As you can see, we're shooting a few foxes. This is the last run I'm doing with the foxes, though, so we're gonna be back with Fallow very soon, though, so. Maybe we can get that Fallow great one still. Probably not, but you know, who knows with these things. Who knows, man? You know, one of these days when I'm just doing this daily random couple runs with the foxes, there's just gonna be a great one here again, and it's just gonna feel so weird. Oh man, can't wait. A super rare red fox or a grade 1 red fox? I would say super rare just because it's just so much more rare. And I don't have one yet. So I will go with super rare. Plus I don't even have a single super rare still. I feel like at this point you should have at least one super rare. Because I have a lot of kills on my grinds and I still don't have a single super rare, right? I would happily take a red fox as my first super rare. The ones I want the most is a red fox, a tar, or I don't even know. Those two at least would be like my top picks for a super rare if I ever get one. I will, but who knows when that's gonna happen. Yeah, nothing here. Okay, so... Well, I mean, let's quickly check this one last zone. Just in case there's something. Imagine there's a great one here. So what is that? Random mail there. I see. I've seen that before though. Nope. What? Crazy, no great one? What? Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. Alright. Back to Fallow we go. That was a Red Fox break. And now we are back to Fallow dear. Once again. Still going at it. Come on. There we go. I have only one super and I messed it up. Level 2 Bible Whitetail scored 259. Damn, that's crazy. Very sorry to hear that. I mean, I would be devastated if I messed up a super rare, period. I mean, from what I remember, like the tigers, well, that's a... Well, not a guaranteed troll, but that's like the level 4 rack that very rarely makes diamond. Not expecting this one to make it either, though. I'm zeroed for the wrong distance, by the way. Well, I don't really care. Damn, my shots are disgusting today. I hit all of those. Tried to hard shot it at 300 plus yards. I don't know how much 300 plus yards are in meters, but that does sound like it was regarded as a bit too far for a super rare. Oh man. That reminds me of when I think Edgy. You might remember when I shot my second Great One Bear with a fucking... was it the recurve bow? And then I messed it up the first time and I panicked and went to the main menu. And now I just have to live with the fact that I basically botched my second Great One Bear. Yeah, and then I went on and shot it with the compound and was like, yeah, no more of that shit. That was the dumbest thing of my life because prior to that, I literally probably have not shot that bow a singular time. Not a singular time. And I just randomly decided, hey, that's my second Great One Bear. Why don't... Let's try to use the recurve bow for absolutely no reason. What could go wrong? Am I right? Hey. Yeah, right. What could go wrong, he said. That one was a very interesting day also. And then that's probably my best stream ever. That was just so dumb. Everything that happened that stream, because that's not the only weird thing that happened. Because at first I thought it was a Glacier 1. But the more I looked at it, I realized it's actually a Glacier 2. Which is the exact fucking same fur I had for the first Great One Bear. So at first I thought it was a different fur, the Glacier 1. But then like 15 minutes after or something like that, I realized, oh, that's a duplicate. Such a weird stream. It was really funny though. I can't lie. That's probably some of the funniest shit you will find on my channel. Oh goodness. There's a video about it. Hayden, if you wanna take a look. I don't know if you've watched that already. I don't know how many videos of mine you've watched, but that's definitely one of the videos I would recommend. It's the, I botched my second grade one black bear. That's what it's called. Let's go grab these two. Whoop. That's a male. Oop. Think that's gonna die. Not very quick though, so I'm gonna shoot it a couple more times. Well, it died. Holy. That's one video I haven't seen. Okay, well, that's definitely one I would recommend watching if you've enjoyed some of my stuff. I definitely think my newer videos are definitely better. It's like, my old videos were the ones that really popped off, but I don't think they're the best at all. I feel like my mic setup was not the greatest. But now I find a pretty good setup, so my voice is a lot more clear, but at the same time it's not too loud to the point it's peaking. But everything is coming through very nicely now, so I'm very, very happy with it. Hey, what's up, John? Nice to see you back. No great one yet, as you can see. We still have time, though. Maybe it'll happen. Just maybe. I mean, we're getting pretty close to having shot 100 Fallow this stream. Really close. I actually have a question that I really want to know the answer to, okay? If you guys had to pick 3 best videos from my channel, what would those 3 videos be? Because I would like to hear that, because like, it would be easier to know what type of stuff you guys really enjoy. Because honestly, it feels so random what videos are popping off on my channel, and I just don't know why. So what do you guys think? Like, what's the best? What are the best videos I've made? Okay, those videos. Okay, I kinda can see what you mean. You mean I have a couple kangaroo videos? 3 actually, I think. I'm assuming you mean the newest one, because that's honestly a banger, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably, if I had to pick my favorite video I've made so far, it would probably be that. But yeah, I can definitely see why those would be your favorites. Dude, sometimes I like rewatching my own videos. I don't know if that's weird, but I don't know. It's just nice. It's kind of like a time machine to go back in time and see what kind of dumb shit I've done. I haven't watched that wolf video in a very long time, but I do remember that one was a Quite an interesting one. Didn't I get like trolled by a wolf in that video or something? And then at the very end I got a diamond? It was funny? Oh, I see. I think the funniest videos I've made on my channel are the best for sure. And that's kind of like what I've been wanting to do the most. But with videos that are actually like the funniest are also the ones I've edited the most and take the most amount of time, right? So it will take some time, but I feel like it's not really that big of a deal. Because if I upload like a big video like that every 2 weeks or something like that, I don't think it's too big of a deal at the end of the day. So I can slowly but surely tackle that editing process and, you know, I will definitely not be able to shoot that one down, unfortunately. I'm not taking a risk shooting a doe. Glad to hear, John. I'm gonna try to get it out like early next week. It could potentially... Well, it's only been like a couple of days since I uploaded the Fox vid, so it will most likely be early next week. It's like that video popped off so well that I don't feel like it's a very urgent thing to upload a new one so early. Is the beaver vid like about you getting revenge on them for taking your tents? Yup. Pretty much, yeah. The name of the video will be The Root of All Evil. If that says enough. Kangaroo boxing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Fucking kangaroo boxing, that's so dumb. Kinda funny though, I will have to admit. Dude, I've done so much dumb shit over the years. Oh, goodness. I mean, I don't think that's really copying. A lot of people have made like similar videos in their own way, I guess. Because everyone wants to get their revenge on the beavers. Just do your own thing. I mean, I don't think it's copying. That's 5? I think that was 5. But yeah, go ahead, make your own style with that similar idea. Did they all run here? I think so. Well, that's definitely another one. So that's 3. Okay, well, I'll be filming soon. Glad to hear. Man. I just like... God. I just want to make my videos as funny as possible. Like, that's always been my main goal with the more edited stuff. Like, recently I've been, just trying to make those weird, kind of almost cinematic things. Like what you saw in the kangaroo video, where I'm like talking to someone on the phone. And it's just like, nothing like that has ever been done with this game. So I've thought, that's what I like to do. No one has done it before, so I'm gonna do it. You know? It's really fun. It's kind of like creating a story almost with it. The kangaroo video... Not the kangaroo video, fuck am I talking about? The beaver video will, it will probably have a similar, like making a call type of part in it. At the end or something, maybe. But it will not be like as story focused as the kangaroo video was, I don't think. But we'll see. I have a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I don't think you'll be running out of videos anytime soon with my channel. I don't have like a million videos or anything, but I'm definitely proud with the amount that I've made. Two kills and we've killed 100 fallow this stream alone. I actually have not done a lot of tiger hunting. I have 2 diamonds, but I wouldn't consider that I have been grinding a lot for them by any means. It's just kinda slow to hunt, so I feel like making a video about tigers specifically might take a long time to film. That's like probably one of the main reasons why I've been kinda avoiding it a bit. But I would love to get a rare tiger. That's like the one thing with tigers I would like to get still. Also, the snow leopard would be such a interesting one. I would love to hunt those, but like filming a whole video just hunting snow leopards is like, that is so much work. That is a lot of recordings. So I'll think about that at some point. But I don't know. Definitely not the current priority. But this is officially the 101st kill of the stream. Whenever I get to grab the last ones, that is. Now, where did the last one run though? It's probably somewhere over here, I would imagine. But this great one does not want to spawn. Yeah. Indeed. I don't see any blood. Is that blood? That actually could be. No, it's shit. Well, that's a very different thing. Snow leopards piss me off. I gave up on them a while ago. Yeah, they're just so slow, like... They're super difficult. My god, it was literally right here this whole time. Oh my goodness. Of course. Why are you? Oh well, I mean that's probably why. You guys are not supposed to even drink anymore. That's why you're traveling away from your zones. That makes sense. All right, let's see. Boom, boom, and boom and boom. Oh goodness, why did I do that? I accidentally clicked. Well, that's not good. That's in fact not good. Well, those were terrible shots. Well, we're in for a ride because that will take a while to get that kill. Shit. 1, 2, Third one's there, and then we have a fourth one that just decided to take off. And I have not had a diamond in a hot second, like... Usually with Fallow I get diamonds, like... constantly, but... For some reason, I've not got as many. Interesting. Hello. There we go. No, 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 no. Relax. Relax. Okay. We did not, in fact, die. There he is. Boom. I do need to count this kill though. Real quick. Boom. There. Nothing there. Try to get my Fallow HM super good. I have 5 stacked right now. Nice. That's definitely gonna make the process quite a bit faster. That's indeed a Fallow. What a long grind, man. Ugh. Jeez. It just doesn't end. I guess short grinds do not exist. We're getting very, very close to 4,000 kills for this grind. Well, that's a guaranteed diamond. That's a small rack. Is that the small rack or the mid rack? That looks like the small rack, I'm pretty sure, so... I know for a fact this is a diamond, though. That's one of the diamond racks, so... That is at least one trophy for today, for the stream, so that's nice to see. Now, is it a small rack or a mid rack? I'm pretty sure this is the small rack. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what the mid rack or the big rack even looks like. I just can't ever remember. Oh, this is definitely the small rack. Yeah, a pretty big one though. 259? Almost 260. That's pretty impressive for a small rack. That's pretty cool. But that is a diamond down. Diamond number 111. Gotta add to that. Gonna add that to the counter. Boom. 111. Interesting. Dead. No, not that. Dude. There we go. Let's go indeed. Finally, at least something's showing up, I mean. I was just talking this run about how I've not had a diamond in a while with this grind, but... That's one. Hey, what's up, Slime? We just got one diamond whitetail. It's been a while since I've got one, so it was a nice surprise to get at least one. Not like these diamonds really have a lot of value to me anymore, to be honest, since I have 111 of them for the Fallow, but... It's always nice to just see some kind of a trophy show up. Right? Even if it doesn't really mean a lot. I really would like to get a 270 plus Fallow though. Still haven't seen one of those. They are not even as rare as 270 red deer are. Apparently not even close to as rare. But I actually do have a 270 plus red deer. Those are unbelievably rare. They are rarer than great ones if you didn't know. So that's weirdly enough, that's my rarest trophy I have. I think. I don't know if that's rarer than the fabled grey 50/50 horn. Tar great one. It might be. I think those are very, very similar in rarity. Nice. Speaking of red deer, like, one of these days I'll finish that grind. Yeah, they are is extremely rare. Before, I didn't even know they were that rare when I got it. It was only like a bit after I asked like someone, actually funny thing, when I asked that in the Call of the Wild Discord, the guy who answered to me was actually Ron McTube, and he said that they are rarer than grade 1 red deer are, or grade 1s in general. 270 pluses, I mean. For the reds. For the fallow, I'm not sure. I mean, I have not had a single one pop up yet. Dime 300 plus moose are not as rare, even not even close. It's only like the 301 or 302 especially are really rare. I believe it's the 302 plus moose. I don't know if the 301 even are as rare. But yeah, the 270 plus red deer are just really, really, really fucking rare. I don't think that's anything. Boom. 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 That's 4. Ron said back then, I do remember that he said that mainly the reasoning was that he had a lot more grade 1 red deer than 270 plus red deer, like a lot more. So that's like, statistically speaking, yeah. He's not even the only example, like, in general, you just don't see a lot of 270 plus red deer. You have a 270 plus fallow, nice. Still don't have one of myself. Maybe one of these days I'll get one of those two. Interesting that I still don't have one fallow 270 plus though. At this point I probably should have at least one, but I don't know. How many have I even claimed? Seems like 5. So yeah, this is the 6th one. Alright. Then there's 2 here? No, 3, I think. Gonna have to count these ones. That's a run done. How long have I been streaming? 1 hour 40 minutes. Seems like. Just gonna main menu. It's getting kinda late though. 22:01 for me. Oh wait. This is a pretty big 4. I was like, that looks pretty big. I think this one actually does have a chance at making it. This one definitely looks like it. You know, I've had... Well, fucking... Goddamn. Ah! I was gonna shoot it with a 300, I don't care. If it's a diamond, it's a diamond, but it most likely is not. Like I've said many times, these are... Or the level 4 diamond fallow are very rare, so... I've only had like a couple, I believe, of those ever. In like 9,500 kills. If I remember correctly. So yeah, you don't see a lot of these things. At all. If this guy even makes it, I mean, probably not. Most likely not. I don't know why I said it like this guy is a diamond. I mean, it definitely is not gonna be a diamond. That would be pretty crazy if it was. Though. You know what I would love? Because in the launch, you cannot tell what level an animal was when you shot it. It doesn't tell you. So if you have a level 4 diamond, well, no one's gonna ever know. No, this one was not even close to a diamond. Okay, well that's a false alarm. See, that estimate was very high and he scored literally the bottom of the estimate, basically. That's usually what they do. They look very promising in terms of the estimate, but then when you actually shoot them and take them down, they score basically nothing even remotely close to what you thought they could. That's one. Seems like that's the only one. Sometimes these are weird zones. Sometimes they have like one less deer in them than some other times. Usually they have 2 each, but then randomly one of them doesn't have a deer, or sometimes both of them has only 1. Heck, sometimes one of them only has 1. It's very weird, but right now they've been pretty good. They've consistently had 4 in total, 2 each. So that's been a good thing, at least. Guys, only 18 more deer, and we are officially at 4,000 kills for the third grind. Isn't that kinda crazy? Another grind that just doesn't end. That's a HunterSans classic, I guess. Tomorrow's your birthday? Well, happy early birthday, my dude. I hope your great one luck tomorrow is exceptionally good. Better get at least 20,000 great ones. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you don't get at least 20,000, that's pretty messed up, I think. I mean, that's very unlucky. There you go. Anything in here? Mayhaps. There is indeed one. Boom. Dead. Man, it feels so refreshing in a weird way, though, to grind Fallow again. Because I've been stuck on those fucking foxes for so goddamn long again. Ugh. But now I can finally grind Fallow! Yay! Because I can actually get kills! I can kill like so many of these. With the foxes you're like, please give me 25 kills in an hour, please! That would be great. But with these you're like, come on, 100 kills an hour. Blech, that's nothing. Oh, the time. Man, the time just flies in this game. I have to reset the time again. I thought I just did. Thanks, guys. You better get a great one for my birthday, Sans. Ooh, I'll try my best. Tomorrow I will stream, most likely, so... yeah. We'll see what happens. Let's hope so. Hello, Todd. How you doing? Nice to see you here. And that's 2, dear. Hop, hop, dead. Did I count my kills? No, I did not. So that's 4. If not, then I'm reporting you to the FBI and telling them you hacked my account. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Boom. Alright, last zone of the run. Ugh. This is gonna be an almost 2-hour long stream. I mean, it will probably be a 2-hour long stream. Only 12 minutes until it is, so... why's this guy here alone? Huh. Interesting. It's a second one, though. 3. That's a rare case where there's... on every one of these zones, there's actually one deer to shoot. Doesn't happen very often anymore for some reason. Boom! All 4 down. There we go. 8 more kills. Then we are at 4,000. Is there anything to shoot here? 2 at least, so... man, my Fallow are popping really nicely at the moment. Good respawn rates. Respawns aren't anything insane, but... they're respawning pretty nicely. That's a plus. That's the second one over here. Then, there's 2 more I can pick up quickly. Nah, he's not gonna make it. I'm gonna just pop him dead with the theHunter. Anything here? Can I see them all? Oh, that's a diamond. Look at him. Look at that. Is that a mid-rack? Is that even a diamond? Nope, it's not. You know, the thing is, this rack here, this level 4, that's what I think the mid-rack looks like for some reason. But it's not. It's a level 4 rack that very rarely makes diamond. And I mean it by very rarely. It is very rarely. But I'm gonna take him down with that regardless. That's 3. 4. And that's that. Okay. This one actually, for some reason, looked a bit different to my eyes. Might be just tripping. But this could be the fabled level 4 diamond that I have not got for a very long time. I don't think so. But we'll see. Yeah, it's a 247.91, so I was right, it did look a bit different, because they don't usually score this high, right? That's not a diamond, but still pretty cool. They very rarely even score like 248 plus, so that should tell you guys how rare diamonds are. I believe I killed 4? Unless I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am, though. The good thing about, by the way, this whole area here, this, is that for some reason the solos just don't really jump anywhere else, and they are just here the whole time when you grind, which makes it super good. Basically, however many males you have here, you're just gonna have them here forever, basically. They never jump. For me, they've never jumped. I've been grinding this for 9,500 kills, like it is currently. For the whole time. Believe that's it, though. That's 4 kills. That's 2 more. Man, we're 2 kills away from 4,000 for the 3rd grind. Shit. Never mind. I actually have not picked up that one over there. This zone so rarely has a buck anymore that I never remember to pick him up until like the last second. Do I want to do one more run or nah? I'm kind of getting tired of Call of the Wild for today. It's like, this is not the last. I mean, the first time I've played today with the Fallow. I don't know how many I've actually killed today in total. I've killed a bit before I started streaming. I don't know how many though. Absolutely no clue. Let's see how many I had. Okay, well, I've not killed as many as I thought. I have not yet even killed 200 today. Most of the kills I've actually done today have been on this stream. By a long shot. We've shot like almost 150 deer this stream. Just check this one. Yeah, it's $2. But like, I think I'm good. How long have I been streaming? 5 minutes away from 2 hours. And it's time for the classic go to your lodge at the very end for a little bit moment. Like I always do. If you guys have anything you wanna ask or something before I end off, now's the time to do so. We will be ending very shortly. Look at him. Look at this guy. Man, it feels weird to have this guy in my lodge still. A freaking great one, Fox. Absolutely crazy. Also, this is like a pretty big, not a diamond, a pretty big gold too. This was a mythical Mela. Oh yeah, this one. I'm trying still to get the third Fallow so I can put him in the multi-mount. But this is actually the perfect pose for these three. Because these two are on the front, the great ones, and the third one is just kind of chilling here in the back. No problem, Hedgie. Was about to end very soon anyway. See you around. To anyone who doesn't know, I actually got this albino snow goose the same day as I got the red fox great one a couple days ago. Finally, when I was done with the grind, I decided to just hop on as Ski Ridge finally to just play the map and have fun looking around, and found a albino snow goose not very long into that session. Man, the lodge is starting to take shape quite nicely. Such a crazy freeze frame here, dude. If you told me like 7 months ago that in 7 months I would have this, man, I would not have believed you at all. Absolutely not. But yeah. Chat seems pretty quiet, so I'm assuming there's nothing for you guys to say anymore. So, that means I will now be ending the stream. Glad you guys stopped by. A new video coming next week pretty soon, early next week. It's gonna be a good one. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.